So my name is Anton Noble. I'm from West Midlands, Coventry area, and I'm a mentor now, that's a leader of Guiding Young Minds, and I'm here to explain my background and my life change and the love that I receive. Can't keep it to myself. I need to share it and give it to others. Just to let you know, also, if you want things to change, first the change needs to start with you. And then once you change, then people will see. You have to be the example for a child to see the change. And the only way to see the change, yes, you do need people that have gone through the same experience. But let me cut this thing out, because you're stopping people working with kids by saying this, that you only need gang members to do work with gang members. A lie. You don't need that. You need people that are honest and real and recovered from the issues that they've been through. We all been depressed before. We've all had an exit route when we took drugs or something. We've all got a route where we had to escape to something that is bad. That came our escape, but then came our trap. My escape was to find love out there, and then it came my trap. I found out I couldn't get out of it. But that word trap is only a trap when you let it to be a trap. And people need to understand, when you overcome something, that when the chains have dropped off in you, when people bring up your past, they're not talking to you no more, they're talking to the chains that you dropped on the floor. So don't feel pressured when people bring back your story, because it's the story that made you who you are today. And I'm trying to let you know, anyone can be a mentor if you've got the right values, and you've all been through stuff in your life which we all need to hear. I didn't change off a gang mentor changing me. I changed through someone that went through other things in life that related to me. Their depression came as the same depression I had, but they went through a different experience to get there. But their story healed my story. And sometimes your wounds will heal other people's wounds, and then your healing will heal other people's healing and wounds. So I'm trying to say, the best thing to do is be open. A gang cannot survive in truth and unity and love. A gang only divides. That's not saying all gangs are bad. That's saying if a gang that wants to cause division and evil and hurt people, they are bad. But a gang that wants to keep themselves safe and do positive in life, that you should reinforce that, because we all want to belong to something. So stop trying to say all gangs are bad and evil. They're not. There's positive gangs that do music, that just do music for positive. There's positive gangs that help out in the community, and which you're not seeing because they're so humble. They don't want to let people promote it about it, because they just want to do it because that's them. They love to do it. They don't need to promote it because that's them in themselves. So you need to stop putting negative words on gangs, because we all want to belong to something. And in Corby is a great method there, because gangs can't survive in a community that's united, and Corby is the one. They look after themselves and they know everything that goes on in Corby. Yes, there may be a few issues there, but I tell you, there's not one gang known there. There may be people going in, but they don't last there because the community is so tight. And that's what people need to do. The community have got a responsibility to also help with this. And there's power in the tongue. If you shut your mouth, that's when the gangs will take over the community. And how you letting a 10 man gang groom your kids when you know it's wrong? You need to stand up against each other. When you all stand, there's be more of you than them. The fear will go if you all stand together. And as you see with great leaders that back in the days, there's old school things that used to work and he's neglecting. And old school people that stood up, it took one person to stand for a whole city to follow. And sometimes it takes one person to stand in your community for others to follow, because they're looking for someone to save them. And when you're having children that I'm going into schools, and I'm speaking honest to them, and you're getting kids draw you as a superhero because they're so frightened and they're looking for a hero. You are their hero. But if you're not standing up for them, which they are wanting you to stand up for, it all gets, they search for who their hero should be. And sometimes there's imitators that will be their hero for 1 minute and then they'll be their villain the second minute. But I'm trying to say to you is, stand up, and I promise you it will not last. And drill music will die out as well, because music goes through a rotation and an era and trend. The cycle's going through drill, it's dying out now. So you'll see a lot of things about love and you'll see a lot of things about how people want to recover for what they went through. We've all been and witnessed this era of stabbing now. This will be a generational thing that when a new generation in, we will probably say to them, there was a generation where people were killing each other with knives. But we survived it, and there's some people that did not survive it. And we need to take that in consideration how we move forward, because there's going to be a history lesson about this type of era that's going on. But it's not that we keep it sush, we learn from it and we encourage another generation. This was then, but we've overcome and we've gone and we've carrying on life. And I also want to tell you, I'm a very faithful man, and I'm also saying whatever you speak becomes life. It starts from the mouth. Whatever you come out your mouth will then come around you. If you're saying gang, all this kind of stuff, it will be attracted to you, because what you're speaking out your mouth is what your heart desires. So when you speak that kind of thing, it will come. If you speak about money all the time, it will come. It won't come in the way that you wanted it. It will come in a way where you never expected it, and then you won't love what you get. And there's a saying is, be careful what you ask for, because what you ask for, you weren't ready for. And if you want positive in your life, you have to speak it first into existence before it to happen. And all I'm trying to tell you is, I love my job because it's me. There ain't no energy in me. It don't wear me out. I do this because it's me, and I'm giving myself away. And the greatest thing you could do to a child, to anyone, is to give yourself away. Don't be fake with it. It's not, I don't do this for money. I do this because I love to do it. There's a difference.